The small town of Harmony Creek always woke up slowly. Sunlight would first touch the steeple of the old church. Then it would creep down Main Street, warming the colorful flower boxes. The sweetest aroma in town always came from the Sweet Spot Bakery. Fresh bread and cinnamon rolls scented the morning air. People smiled as they walked past, their steps a little lighter. This bakery was the heart of the town. Right beside the bakery, under the shade of an old oak tree, sat a simple wooden bench. Generations of townsfolk had rested there, sharing secrets or simply watching the world go by. Every morning, just as the bakery opened its doors at 7, Mr. Alistair Ellis would arrive. He was an elderly gentleman, always dressed with care. He would nod politely to Mrs. Gable, the bakery owner, as she unlocked the door. Then, he would make his way to the wooden bench, his familiar spot, ready to begin his patient wait. In his hand, Mr. Ellis always carried a single, perfect red rose. The townsfolk who saw him daily knew the rose was important. Working at the Sweet Spot Bakery was Lily, a young woman with a kind heart. She had bright, observant eyes and a warm smile for everyone. From behind the counter, while serving coffee and pastries, she saw Mr. Ellis every morning. She noticed his unfailing punctuality. She saw the fresh rose he held each day. His quiet presence at the bench became a familiar part of her daily routine. She felt a gentle pull towards him, a curiosity about the story he seemed to carry so silently within his patient gaze. One crisp morning, the scent of apple pies fresh from the oven filled the air. Lily wiped her hands on her apron. She took a deep breath. She decided today was the day. She poured a warm cup of herbal tea, his usual, though he never came in to order it himself. She approached Mr. Ellis with a soft smile. "Good morning, Mr. Ellis," Lily said softly, her voice gentle. "You sit here every day with such a beautiful rose. Are you waiting for someone special?" Mr. Ellis looked at Lily for a long moment. Her eyes were full of sincere concern, not just idle curiosity. He saw a kindness there that reminded him of someone from long ago. He gave a small, slow nod. "Yes, young lady," he said, his voice a little raspy from disuse that morning. "I am waiting for someone very special." He began to speak of a summer long, long ago. It was the summer of 1972. He was a young man then, full of dreams and a heart ready for love. He had a summer job near the very same bakery, which even then was known for its delightful treats. He told Lily about Margaret. Her name, when he spoke it, was like a soft melody. He described her laughter, saying it sounded like wind chimes on a gentle breeze. It was a pure and innocent love, the kind that shapes a lifetime, the kind you never truly forget. Mr. Ellis continued his story, his gaze distant, lost in the memories of that bittersweet time. He explained to Lily how life, with its unpredictable currents and sudden turns, had other plans for them. Young love, however strong, could not always conquer the practicalities of the world. Margaret's father received a job offer in a distant state, an opportunity he couldn't refuse for his family's well-being. This meant Margaret and her family would be moving far away. The news was a heavy blow to the young couple. They made a solemn vow that day. If, after all the years, they both found themselves single and able, they would meet again. They chose a significant milestone, their 70th birthdays. Lily listened, completely captivated. Tears welled in her eyes as Mr. Ellis finished his story. The depth of his devotion, his unwavering hope after 50 long years touched her profoundly. She felt a strong urge to help. She believed in the power of connection, and in this modern age, connection could span any distance. "Mr. Ellis," Lily said, her voice filled with emotion, "your story is so beautiful. It's a story the world needs to hear. Would you mind if I shared it, perhaps online? Maybe, just maybe, it could help find Margaret." Mr. Ellis considered her request. He nodded slowly, giving Lily his permission. "If you think it might help," he said, a small smile gracing his lips. Any chance to see her again. Lily's heart soared. She quickly typed out a heartfelt post on the town's community social media page and a few wider networks, careful with her words. The story of the man with the rose touched hearts almost instantly. It was shared and reshared, spreading like wildfire across the internet. People were moved by the enduring love, the 50-year promise. Today was the day, May 21st, 2025, Margaret's 70th birthday. Mr. Ellis sat on the bench, the red rose held firmly in his hand. The air buzzed with a little more excitement than usual. Lily and the bakery staff watched from the window, their hearts pounding. Reporters stood at a respectful distance. The entire town of Harmony Creek, and many more online, seemed to be holding its breath. Mr. Ellis, however, seemed calm, his hope a steady, unwavering flame against the morning chill. Suddenly, a taxi pulled up to the curb near the bakery. A woman with silver hair, styled elegantly, stepped out. Her gaze fell upon the old wooden bench. It fell upon the man sitting there, holding a single red rose. Her breath caught. It was Margaret. She walked towards the bench, her steps hesitant at first, then quickening. Mr. Ellis stood up, his heart thundering in his chest. 50 years melted away in an instant. They stood before each other, tears streaming down both their faces.